Hello and welcome to IBTimes TV. I'm Leanna Brinder, Business Editor for the International Business Times. Joining me now is Keith Jordan. He's the founder and CEO of iTagged. So hi, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you very much for having us.
Well, first of all, for the viewers, can you tell us in a nutshell what iTagged is?
So iTagged is a brand new mobile application that lets you capture, share and discover the real world. So we use augmented reality combined with location-based services, and it lets users digitize the real world.
Okay, so with iTagged, what makes it different to all the kind of social media platforms or image-related social media platforms out there?
Yeah, so when we were having a look at the competitive space, we did see that there were solutions out there that were offering augmented reality already. However, they're very much broken experiences. So they're used for scanning magazine articles or scanning advertisements, which is great, but if you're going through a 200-page magazine and there's only 1 or 2 pages that you're actually scanning, it's a very, very broken experience. So what we wanted to do with iTagged was we wanted to give the user the power, we wanted to give the user the control. So when somebody downloads and interacts with iTagged, they control and they produce their own content. So they can tag any object, any place or any location anywhere in the world, and it gives them the power essentially to do that.
So I mean, for general use, I suppose, like you're saying that you can tag maybe a really cool picture somewhere, or maybe a nice restaurant, but maybe from some of the customers that have already started using it, you can give us some like kind of case studies as other kind of cool ways that you can use iTagged?
Yeah, so if you're going away on a weekend break, for example, and you go to say Barcelona, you can tag all the cool places that you've discovered in Barcelona, so the nice restaurants, the museum, the bottle of wine that you found in a particular restaurant, and you can keep that tag and make it private, so only you have access to it. And for example, if one of your friends or colleagues is going in a week or 6 months' time, you can add those people to that tag and they can actually see all the places you've been, so they can follow that. Another use case, for example, would be we have a user in America that's actually dropping secret tags for his children. So he's out and about recording video messages for his kids, and when they get older, he's going to put it on their mobile phone and let them go off like a treasure hunt and actually find where all these little secret recordings have been hidden around the place for them.
Oh, great. And so maybe when you can maybe explain a little bit more about how you can tag things, but with the public and private setting. Sure.
Secrecy and privacy is a big element to what iTagged does. We made sure that we brought the privacy to the marketplace with our initial build, because we're seeing it particularly from our focus groups that people want to be more secure, but they want to have the control, they want to have the power to actually make the decision. Do I want to broadcast my content to the world, or do I want to keep this private? So we're seeing this as an underlying theme with all technologies, and particularly around social networking, that people want to have control over their own content. So what we have is we give the user the power to actually say, I want to broadcast, or I want to keep this secure, in a very simple and intuitive way. They don't have to go looking for, turn my public view off, or go looking for the settings. When you create that piece of content, you activate public or you make it secret.
Okay, and I suppose when it comes to the images on other social media platforms like Instagram or pictures posted on Twitter, there's been a lot of questions over who owns the copyright once it's out there. So what is iTagged's stance on when people upload photos?
Yeah, so we've an open commons license with our copy. So you own your copy, but you do share that, and you do give permission in the terms and conditions to actually share that content with other users. It lets the information flow. Once your information has been digitized, it's very hard to control ownership and actually where that actually eventually will end up. So as I said, we do have a Creative Commons license there to protect the user that actually creates the content, but it also protects us as well to make sure that the content isn't being abused. We also have got on iTagged a system where you can actually block and report improper usage of the content. So it's very much user-based and user-qualified. So if you do see something that you don't like, you can block it immediately and it's taken away from your home stream. You don't have to go into a lengthy process to try and block offensive content, for example.
Okay, and I suppose rounding off, I mean, it's a really exciting app. It's something that I haven't actually really seen before. So what are your hopes with iTagged? Is it meant to take on Facebook, or is it meant to be like a complementary?
Yeah, well, I mean, there's existing social networks there already, but we feel that they're very much a desktop exercise. And what we do is we sit in the middle between the real world and the digital world, pretty much like the Matrix. They were actually quite right with that. Or go back as far as Star Trek. With futurology, those guys got it spot on. They knew exactly what was coming. We're going to integrate iTagged into various hardware platforms over the next 3 years. Oculus Rift will be something that we're going to be working with, so we can actually take a lot of our content and we can port that into Oculus Rift and actually create a fully immersive experience using our tags. So using our tags on virtual reality means you can actually travel anywhere in the world in real time and see what's going on. That gets really interesting at an event in a stadium, for example. So if you've got 100 users dropping tags in, say, in Wembley Stadium, looking at a football match, if you were to look at that through Oculus Rift, you would actually get a fully immersive experience there in real time, and it could be a music event as well. So we will be extending iTagged into numerous platforms, but ideally we want to be the leading augmented reality platform worldwide in the next 5 years.
Oh, fantastic, and thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you very, very much.
And that was Keith Jordan. He's the founder and CEO of iTagged.